Thank you. Okay, for Krista, are Una and Lacey guides of mine? We've got the Three of Cups, Daughter of Wands, the Son of Wands, Father of Swords, Father of Cups. Yeah, what I'm getting here. Let me show you. Let me point this down. What I'm getting is this is about teamwork, about coming together, about celebrating your gifts, lifting a glass, and ready to move forward. We're getting them coming through here and coming through here. Now, I don't know that gender is necessarily relevant. One of them is a little bit more logic, masculine based, very strongly. This one feels like it's associated with Una. It feels like, yes, they're coming through. There is something that they want to bring through. And it might be that, I don't know why I feel this, but it feels like one of them might be, and one might be more ancestral than guide, or has done past life coming through with you. Una feels closer, closer related, closer associated, not just as guide, mentor, whatever. Una feels like more personal association, more personal history has happened with you and Una. Lacey's coming through with a lot of alignment stuff coming in. A lot of alignment, carrying truth. This is huge. And then bringing balance. This is very, very interesting. This is what we've got coming in here. These are the cards. And the imagery on this is different than traditional tarot, but it is gorgeous. It's coming through as alignment, in a big time alignment, and a new way of doing, a new way of bringing your gift forward, and a new alignment for you coming forward. And we're getting something about the underestimated coming forth. Yeah, it's not so much black swan as it is dark horse metaphor. Yeah. Underestimated. They'll say, oh, they're the dark horse in that race. They'll say something like that. And when somebody says, oh, they're a dark horse in that race, it's the unexpected, the one that comes from the behind, or the one that's underestimated, not the one that everybody's putting the money and betting on, but this is what's coming through. Okay, we're going to go to the big sister, little sister. Let's see what's going on with that for a minute. I'm going to put these up here. What do you need to know about them today? Okay, I'm getting be malleable, practice. And what it's showing, and I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you, but remember when you were a kid in school and you had to write out the multiplication tables over and over? 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. You did all your threes. 3 times 4 is 12. And on it went. It feels like the writing something out, you need to brain dump on the page is what I'm getting, in order to clear the decks to allow them through. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Doodling is going to be helpful for you. So if you can get the brain dump on the decks, like doing the brain dump, writing it out. And then as you're writing, if you're going from words into doodling, it shifts the gears, it shifts the energies, allows them more presence. What else is coming through? The choice of the heart, the lover's choice, the choice of the heart. This is known, and this is soul contract coming through. This is very interesting. And the temperance. The temperance is coming through very, very strongly to teach you balance, The Emperor comes through again, and again, I'm getting this setting up rules, setting up structures, this masculine energy that comes through also. It doesn't mean that it's a masculine gendered guide. Gender's a construct, and how we present in our world here may not be how we presented in a past life, but this taking action thing is coming through. Taking action. One of them wants you to be in very receptive mode, and the other wants you to be more in taking action. Now what do you do? One of them is there to clue you in, to help you create, to think, to bring things forward that way. The other one is to help you create plans to create more stability, more structure for you. So show me your plan and I'll back your play. They are working together at this time for you. You are to work with both of them. One of them will be more prevalent for you, but it feels like they are working together to help you birth, unearth, create, call forward. Yeah. What else is coming forward? Totally understood. Good, good, good. What else is coming forward? The scratching and the doodles are important for you. And it's, if you think about the runes that are done, the runes and how they look, they have very straight lines. If you've seen those, you know they're very straight, very more masculine kind of energy. Now, if you think about the Zebu language, very much more curvature in the lines. Both sets are just simple lines and can teach through symbols and teach through knowledge and language and symbols and understanding of things. One's just a more masculine approach, one's a more feminine approach. Whatever the one is that you lean into that first and go for it. And then let the other come in to help kind of put some guardrails on, some sort of parameters. Don't worry if you don't get everything all at once. Allow yourself to be in flow. Okay, so we're going down here. And this is what we just saw coming up. Now this is what we're seeing here. Yeah, it's going to come quickly, come quickly, come quickly. Then you're going to need to retreat or go within, go within. Ducks in a row, a lot coming at you, a lot of information coming at you. You can't even process, parts of it will come in so fast. So be in the experience, whatever this is. When you are traveling, when you're going forward, be in the experience that you are in. Be in the moment as strongly as possible, okay? And then you can go in and kind of digest and process it later. But it's meant for you to be experiencing. It's meant to be banked on your memory. It's meant to be imprinted. Certain things that you will travel towards, certain things you will see, will draw an imprint for you on your memory and bring you out of yourself down the track. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I'm getting. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords coming through. Sitting pretty right here, sitting in it, being in the garden, knowing what's going on, and then the truth that comes forward out of it that is to be presented. This is like, it's asking you to be patient in your experience, asking you to allow yourself exploration and experience rather than understanding all at once, okay? Allow the understanding to come in a little bit later, a little bit later. So as you work with your guides, as you're working with them a little bit more and a little bit more, mine didn't all, you know, all four of them show up one day. And I have four that I work with specifically when I'm doing tarot, specifically when I'm working with them. And they didn't all just show up, boom, that fast. No, 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 not at all. They showed up very, very differently, each one of them. So it's like, okay, in their own time. So if there's two of them showing up at once, just flow with it. The Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Now this is coming up, and this is important. This is evaluating the harvest. And it's like, you're early to the garden. Yeah. Going early to the pumpkin patch and getting mini pumpkins is great if you're looking for mini pumpkins. But if you go to the garden and to the pumpkin patch and you're looking for jack-o'-lantern sized pumpkins and you're going there and you're picking the pumpkins before they can get big, you need fullness to come in. You need to let the downloads stew and brew. And think about if you were throwing things in for like a stew or a tea. You're throwing all these ingredients in a pot. They have to be there and the flavors have to merge and meld together. And this is what is being asked of you, to be in the garden and let this celebration happen. Let this all in. Don't pluck the food. Don't pluck the fruit. Don't get the fruits of labor too fast. Yes. Thank you. Steep is the perfect word. It is. If you're going to have like a lavender and mint tea, say that's what you're having for whatever reason. You're having lavender and mint. You don't want it all lavender. You don't want it all mint. You want it to steep. You want it to merge together. And this is what's coming through. There are some truths that are presented in one way, and it might be presented from one point of view, one angle of view, and you're like, okay. And then a little while later, you get the same truth presented in a different way, and you're like, click, aha, got it. Now it makes sense. This is what you're being asked to be patient as it comes through, as it moves through. Then we have the Devil and the Two of Cups. What we're getting here, the Devil and the Two of Cups. Let me see if I can get this. I don't know if I got this covered well enough. Devil and Two of Cups is coming through. The temptation to make something a perfect fit, the temptation to make it fit, the temptation to make it fit, the temptation to make the choice, to make the choice, to make the choice. This is feeling like there's a push, there's an urgency that needs to be denied, and it feels like you'll want to understand, you'll feel an impatience, and there's a push and an urgency that isn't meant to be there. The understanding is meant to unfold. Anything else on this? Okay. I've got the Six of Cups. There's something about looking back, and you know this is the card of nostalgia. This is also a reunited card. There's something where your soul contract, and the reuniting of a thing, and where you have the Lovers, the Devil, the Two of Cups, and also the Six of Cups. There's a rose-colored glasses way of looking this that isn't how it is. Enya's bugging me right now. The singer Enya, something like Mornier. It's like la 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 la. I don't know, Enya. Gosh, I don't know the name of that song. I would put on some Enya when you get impatient. You love Enya. Her CDs are in your car right now. Yeah, there's this Mornier. I don't know what that lyric is. Look for the song that has Mornier and listen to that one. It will help you get in the flow. There's magic in her music for you. Very, very magic in that music for you. Okay, and I'm getting called to go to one more of the Wild Unknown deck. The Little Sister deck, the Big Sister, Little Sister deck. It's helpful, informational, but you need to allow the Wild Unknown to be more present, and the Wild Unknown needs to be wild. It doesn't need to be controlled, maintained. What else does she need to know about this? If you were a child at the park and you had your parents, or if somebody had their nannies or their babysitters or whatever, whoever it was looking after them at the park, they wouldn't go up on the slide every time the child went up on the slide and hold their hand every way down. No, they would let the child have their experience, and then sometimes be at the bottom of the slide to catch them, and sometimes just kind of distance back. This is the energy that we find ourselves in, this wild unknown, where the child is running around on the swings and climbing up the ropes and climbing up the slide, doing all this exploring and figuring things out and finding things out and experiencing places, experiencing the ride, experiencing the absolute humanness of it all, while also letting some of this energy of delight flow through is important for you. Okay, what else we got? This one wants to come through. This at odds and competition. Don't be too swift into trying to find the competition. No, no, no. Don't be too swift in trying to find the competition. All these sticks blowing around. And you've seen some of the Everyday Witch from Deborah Blake, where she's conjuring and it's the tower and all the sticks are blowing around. Don't be too quick to conjure from all these various sources. Get really centered in what you need to do. Get really centered in what you need to do. And then here we have the Daughter of Pentacles. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is going and being Batman. You are not being Robin just because you're taking time to learn. The tools that you want to use, the tools you bring forward, the way you call forward the truth and express it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And you are meant to be in this youthful space and place of things. I mean, look at this. It's the doe. It's the wide-eyed doe. And what else? Son of Cups. Of course it is. It feels like this Page of Cups is this artistic, Daughter would be the Page. So this is Knight of Cups. The Page is very artistic, yes, but we're going to Knight. This is the Grail Quest. This is really interestingly shown. We're seeing the Knight of Cups, the Grail Quest, the Grail Quest, the Grail Quest, right? Going forward, the actions that you're taking. And then look again what we brought before. You see how the swans are repeating. It's about contrast. It's about understanding contrast and balance. And really, really, the dark horse that comes forward and this questing for the Grail is the pure desire of your heart. The reader once told you you were a doe in a past life. Well, I wouldn't know about that, but I wouldn't say she was off either. Not with this card. I don't know. Some people think that, they think reincarnation, and they think maybe we've experienced different animal lives or whatever, and then work up to this other. I don't know. Some mysteries are bigger than I can solve. But if you have a spirit animal or a shapeshifter energy, it wouldn't surprise me if you've been both of these. It wouldn't surprise me at all. So that's what I've got. That feels complete. The wonder of the doe, the wide-eyed and exploring is what you need to remember about this. And the Wild Unknown deck is a beautiful, beautiful deck. It was a breakthrough tarot deck because it kind of defied the traditional clones. But it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it reads with a potency that might not come through on traditional imagery. So, yeah, that's what I've got for you. Lola for a mini is next. Okay, let me get some water and we'll see. And you are so, so welcome, honey. So welcome. And Lola, did you have a specific question for me? Absolutely. Can you get birthday guidance for Lola? Absolutely. Lola, we are going to go into the, what is this one called? The name escapes me. You've seen me use it 100 times. This one. I can't for the life of me think of the name. We're going here for you. Birthday guidance for Lola. Okay. She has a deck. It's Bordinsky is the author of this deck, and she has another deck that's called the Awakenings or the Awakened, something like that. Look for that deck. This is the Shadowlands deck from Bordinsky. She also did the Awakenings one. Where is that one? Let me get that. We're going to go into both of these. 1 second. Both of them. Okay, so we'll go to this one next. This is birthday inner guidance, and this is the lightweight information. Then we'll go to the awakening ones and see what's going on, and then we'll go back to the Bordinsky Shadowlands again. It is like you've uncovered something that's hidden, not necessarily beneath the bed, like a monster beneath the bed, but under the covers of something. You've pulled back something, unwrapped, revealed something. Wow, sweetie, you're going through a period where you are learning strength, 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 strength. Let me see if we have the Eight of Cups coming through where you're longing for something, wanting to go toward it, and you are already walking towards it. This is the mini of the Hermit, but you're following what your heart is leading you towards more and more and more and more. This is what you've left behind. This feels like heartache and pain. A little bit of the betrayal energy is coming through in this. It feels like something, whether it was your own thought or your own expectation, a mourning of a situation that didn't work out like you had thought it would work out, but you're nevertheless on your path walking towards something different. You need to get yourself some more rest and be sure that you honor that through this whole year coming up. Honor your dream space, honor your dream space. It's not going to make sense in the typical way. It's like a dream within a dream within a dream. It feels like a repeated dream that comes through. Let me give this a little bit more. The thing you hunger for is more than what you know right now. What I'm getting on this is the thing that you desire, the thing that you're hungry for to see is coming through, echoing, echoing, echoing. It's an echo of something. You know as much as you could possibly know right now, but it's going to lead you to wanting something deeper that's underneath of that. There is a release and a reprieve that is about to happen soon. It feels like this is a timestamp coming in. This is the 10. It's coming in with the very, very October, November, end of October into November energy. This is coming in as October, but it doesn't come up as the beginning. It comes in the 4th week of October. That's what I'm getting. 4th week of October. You'll be setting a burden down really, really strongly. It's something that you'll be ready to step beyond, move beyond. And then we have the 8 of Strength coming in. Following the nudge, following the nudge. Now let's see what else is going on. I'm being called to do a circle. And I'm getting the image of old school birthday cake with candles. So that's what we're doing. So this is what the awakened ones are doing. So let's just take a look here. All right. Now this is also same artist and author, Bordinsky. And this is like the Awakenings or the Awakened, something like that. And this is the Shadowlands. But what is the birthday cake? This is what you already know. What is the birthday cake? Again, having your cake and eating it too is something that you have battled with, dueled with, something that you've had, something that you thought you wanted, and you can't have what you thought you wanted and have it be what it actually needs to be if it isn't the true desire of your heart. We've got the visionary of fire here and the aspiration. What you dreamed, what you thought, what you wanted to consume, what you thought would ignite the flame with you is different. The aspiration, the star card coming through. This is at the center of it. What you thought was your desire, you have either outgrown or it's been not what you expected. It feels like a little bit of a letdown. The star card is saying move forward, move forward. Now all around. And this is not a perfect circle, not a perfectly shaped cake, so to speak. I'm getting, okay, I'm getting the layered cakes I used to do with the cake rounds, and then like it's a little bit like Leaning Tower of Pisa going on. It's not a perfectly shaped cake. That's okay. It doesn't mean that it isn't perfectly sweet for you and what you need. You get the artist of earth coming through. This carving something out, this doing something brilliant, but you must be grounded in order to do it. You must be more grounded in order to do it. You have one leg in motion and one leg grounded here with the 10 of fire. This is what's creating the burden. The inspiration and the way you thought it was is not how it was supposed to be. It's consuming. You have to be grounded in the spirit first, but not grounded in somebody else's dream. And you're learning to have a difference of this. The 9 of air, this is the 9 of swords coming through. This feels like waspy energy, like buzzing, stinging hornet energy. The mind needs to quiet in order for you to carve. And this carving feels like it is coming up. The artist of earth is carving away, pulling away what is not necessary, shedding. There is a time of shedding in order to get to the truth that's in the stone that you already knew is there. We've got destiny coming through. This is the wheel of fortune, the fates and the weavers coming through. This is creating your own thing. It is like the Wheel of Fortune wants to serve you up something that is a little bit different. The time is soon approaching. It's not exactly on your birthday. The time is soon approaching. It's time for you to do something different. You're chipping away, taking away, removing, rinsing away the things that didn't serve, the things that you outgrew, the things that you need to leave behind are getting further and further in the rear view window as you're moving forward, more fully in your own power, more grounded in your own power, more grounded and ready to move forward in the way that serves you. This is why the legs are not clear yet. This is why the legs are not clear. The heart has to be clear first, and then it's moving forward. Integrity is coming up through here, and this is gorgeous, gorgeous. This is the 11. This is justice. And this is a balancing of these energies here coming through. There's wisdom, there's justice coming through with this, and this is huge, huge balance coming through. 7 of coins. Now look at this, more ready to be in motion. Again, you've got the two-legged thing going on, but this is the 7 of coins going on. There's an evaluation happening from now until that time frame that I told you before that got the strong stamp. That's what's going on. We're moving around the circle again, and we've got the visionary of water. This is being super, super balanced. This is really, really understanding, and this is coming in with both energies of the king and queen on this, so I will treat it as such. The queen reflects on a past dream, a past hope, a loss, and then decides what to do to move forward. And the king balances through the turbulence of the emotions and moves forward, and it feels like that is what's coming in, and that is what washes away the excess clay, the excess debris that has been keeping you in a somewhat stuck space. Yeah. Awakening and the 2 of fire are what comes through next. Now the 2 of fire is the planning and the ready to reach for something new, reach for something different. And the awakening, this is gorgeous card. This is the judgment card. This is to thine own self be true. This is really, really getting clear vision of what's going forward here. You've got judgment. You've got the wheel of fortune. You've got justice. And you've got the star. This is huge energy coming in. This is pivotal energy. All of this adds up. Just give me a second. It feels like I'm in an old school card catalog. Give me a second. There is a sorting, a randomly throwing out things of the file that are of the past, old lessons, old labels, old things that weighed you down. There is a decluttering that is happening for you, a decluttering, throwing those, it's like throwing those cards out of the card catalog, something that has been misorganized, not disorganized, misorganized, misaligned. For a season, for a period, they were meant to be right in that little same section. This drawer feels like a chapter of life bigger than a year. This drawer feels like the experiences, but some of them need to go now. All right, back to the Shadowlands. A few more for the birthday, and then we're going to call it. That was a shit shuffle. Let me do the shuffle again. I can certainly shuffle better than that. What's the gift? The Judgment card is the big, big gift, because you are knowing and seeing true to yourself how things come in a way that is so much more forward motion. Okay, I can stop there. This is what I'm getting. The Six of Swords, leaving the rough waters behind. This is what you've done. This is like what you did here. This is just reminding you this is what you've done. The clarity on something, the happiest card in the deck. This is the gift. The happy is the gift. And what is this because of? Because of this. This is the echoes, the echoing dream, the echoing dream, the echoing dream, and the dream changes. Because you now are ready to understand that the dream has changed. So what you want and the desire of your heart is actually different. And you're able to let go of the dreams of youth that weren't really well founded. You thought they were great. You thought it was everything you ever wanted. And then it turned out you wanted something actually deeper and different. And it feels like that's what you're going towards. That's what I've got. That feels complete. Gorgeous, huge, huge energy for you. Huge energy. This is a year where there is going to be revelatory change for you with the strength and the sun and the justice and the judgment, all of this. This is huge for you. It is the Shadowlands to the awakening. This is what has gone through the Shadowlands. It feels like you've been there, through there. You've walked that path of the shadow for quite some time. And it doesn't mean everything's going to be, you know, rainbows and unicorns and glitter and all that shit. But it does mean the awakening has happened. And your soul sees the debris, sees the cobweb, sees the excess baggage and heaviness, and you're just done with it, and you're moving forward. That's what I got. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And those are both from, I think, Monica Bordinsky is the name of the author of those decks. So that's what I've got. Happy, happy birthday, honey. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me get some water, and we'll see what's next. Oh, the decks are really interesting. Thank you. It's beautiful. Yes, it is absolutely beautiful year for you. It's epic. It's very, very big. Big, big, big. You're just walking into your power, walking into your truth, allowing fate to guide you in such a huge, huge way. And forgive if this word sounds harsh. It's not meant to be harsh, but it's accurate. The foolishness of the past. Because you're young and you're naive. So the fool takes the leap of faith into the unknown, leaps and doesn't necessarily know what's going to happen. The foolishness of the dream of the past was partly because you were young and naive. Now you're moving beyond. You are so, so welcome, Ola. So welcome. All right, let me see what this puzzle's making me do. Okay. All right. Okay. Tess for a mini. And Tess, did you post your question? I'll check and see. I didn't see it in here, but if you post it, feels like you're walking into your second life. Yeah, that's, yeah, exactly. It feels like you're walking into your second life in this lifetime at 51. Yeah, it's a whole new, it's like everything that was in this drawer that I saw in this card catalog. It's changed. It's really, really changed. Okay. Yeah, it really is changed. Okay. All right, so for Tess, just what they want you to know. Give me a second, Tess. Yeah, okay. We're going into kind of the land of myth and fairy tale for you. And it's not shown in the typical, more modern depictions of fairy tale stories. This is the Solar Kingdom Tarot that I'm wanting to go to and what I'm drawn to. So that's what we're going to for you. So what do we need to know for Tess going forward for Tess? Okay. Okay, I'm getting to build it like I'm wearing the Devil's Tower on my shirt. It's a very, very sacred place. Phil and I went up to North Dakota and through Wyoming and all kinds of stuff. Very, very sacred place, but I'm also getting references to Citadel. Like in Game of Thrones, they have the Citadel and all the knowledge is in there, or all the library and all the books, all the knowledge is there. Devil's Tower, also sacred place where there's been knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. And I'm getting that as the way to lay the cards. So I'm going to follow the nudge, and that's what I'm getting. It feels like a climb and escape, a running to, a running towards, a landing in that is actually going to bring more information up, swirling around you. Okay. Okay, just give me a second. I don't, give me a second. There's a sacredness to the climb for you. It's not just about running to the destination. There is more to the destination that you have to go to. There is more to this destination. I've got these cards and I've got this lower row. This is a key card, and then this is as you're going up. So if you were to see like what's down here on this shirt, literally, that's here. What you see going up here. This is what I'm being called. I wondered why I was wearing this shirt earlier today. I wondered why I was getting this flash, and this is why. These things happen all the time to me. So it's like, okay. The groundwork, the Eight of Cups, leaving something behind, going towards what you're longing towards. It's a journey of the soul, and it's a solo journey. This is something that you do independently. It's not a group project, okay? Your spiritual growth is for your spirit. Nobody else is in nobody else's particular book of, valuable lessons. You might find truths here and truths there from different writers, different authors, different thought leaders, call them whatever cliche you want. But the truth is made for you to discover. It's made for you specifically. What comes out with this? I kid you not. The Sword of Truth is made for you specifically. For you specifically. Your truth, your way, your belief system doesn't have to match up with anybody's. You'll know what resonates for you. This is what's coming up with this. Now we're going into the Temperance and then the Knight of Swords. Once you've started this journey, there's a balancing of flow and there's a protected time for you. There's going to be help pushing. I'm getting pushing as you're making this climb. There's more support from unseen forces wanting to help push you up. You have the Sword of Truth you're carrying. You will be gaining momentum as you move forward towards this. There will be some obstacles in your way, and there is a little bit of recklessness, so be careful in how you approach things, how you dive in. If something feels like resonant, understand. If it feels like not quite resonant, but you're trying to force it like square peg round hole, don't. Just leave it out. Leave it out, and if you need to come back for it, you'll have square peg, square hole later. If that makes any kind of sense. This guy has to wait, and then going here. This guy has to wait because of the obstacle. There's a change in the perspective. Again, that square peg, square hole thing. This concept that maybe seems a little clunky. It's not meant for you to understand just yet, and you understand it a bit later. After a sacrifice of time, I think after you get up the tower and back into it, so to speak, as you climb up the tower and you get back into it, that's where it's going to be. So you're going up, and it feels like that's when things are getting more revealed. The Nine of Swords, anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, disruptive sleep and dreams. Give me a second. I want to clarify on this. what I'm getting here is disruptive sleep and dreams, and then the moon in the depths of your intuition, way down deep. It's like if you go looking at fairy tales and you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you'll find histories and myth and things that are common among multiple cultures around the world for thousands of years with certain fairy tales, like Snow White is one of them that is very much like that. The Frog Prince. Frog Prince is a really good one. There's a Frog Prince fairy tale and how it goes back thousands of years. It's more than story, it's myth. And when something becomes mythic, it's because there's truth in it, truth in it, truth in it. And the truth is told and told and retold. And so what's going right now is this feeling of seeing flashes in your dreams that are disruptive truths, that are rude awakenings, so to speak. Really, really rude awakenings. But you know them to be truth, you know them to your bone, and sometimes it's just information. It's like that, it's like the square peg round hole. You don't have to know and understand all the meanings, so don't spend forever analyzing. Try to get back to peaceful and restful sleep. Try to do something that honors the sleep so that when you are in the depths, it feels like you're bumping into things and parts of the field, parts of the Akashic field that you don't know what to do with yet. And it is disturbing when this happens. It's disruptive when this happens. Your intuition is trying to open up different doors to you, and you're not quite clear how to sort the chaos and the cobwebs from what actually is what you need to see. Yeah, your dreams have been crazy lately. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it for a second. It's like all the monsters out of the closet all at once. And you're picking up on stuff that's in the field that's further away than is pertinent for your life, but it's just you knowing that your intuition is clocking in, clicking in. There's timing for certain things. Certain things you might need to know just so you know, for your information only. Hermit coming up. Now, this is the major arcana of this, to me, to my mind. This is going for the truth, and this is holding the lamp and investigating it and looking at the truth that is in your soul, and it's also coming from the dark night of the soul. Now you're going up the tower, up the tower. You're understanding the hermit path, understanding the hermit walk. It's going to be a while. It does not feel like the year and a half of the high priestess, but it feels like the dark night of the soul is going to go for a while for you. The Nine of Wands. This is where there's resilience, 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 and moving forward. This is huge for you. Now let's see what, as we're going up, up, up into the Citadel. We've got strength. We've got the King of Wands. And we've got the Four of Wands. There is a gap in a ladder is what I'm getting. The strength card is like as if you were to walk around this tower, if you were to walk around and you find a little groove that's notched out, cut out, and then you're laddering up and the climb gets a little bit easier and then you have the strength to do it. Now, I am not a rock climber, but you know when people that do rock climbing and they find certain footholds, they feel for it and they find it, it feels like that's what you're psychically doing. You're feeling for psychic footholds to help you climb, to help you understand, to help you make this climb, and then you're in it. Now, we're going up a little bit higher. We've got the Page of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Wands. The Four is when you're crossing through a threshold. This is often viewed as a portal or a doorway to me. It's when you're moving through something. It's weddings, graduations, births, celebrations. Sometimes it's retirements, but it's also crossing through this threshold. And this is what's happening here. That you're planning out your next steps, and you're understanding and honoring your own gift. This is what's coming. And then, before you take the dive into it, oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let me show you. Before you take the dive into it, here. We've got the Magician and the High Priestess both coming up. It's honoring your own magic, honoring your own gift, understanding and honoring the form that you are in right now, the form you're residing in, honoring your human beingness, being really, really present. Then, when you dive in here, you're going in the High Priestess energy here. Now, this is where it gets tricky because you're into the thick of it here. You've gone past the point of the Hermit light to the High Priestess, and she will ask of you questions that you need to reflect. Not just your shadow side, not just the dark night of the soul, but what is the wisdom that you want to extract? What are the treasures and what are the knowings that you want clarity on? Not just about the universe or what's going on around you, but of your own soul. And that's going to be, you're going to need to know both sides of the coin. You'll need to know the shadow and the light, the sacred and the profane. You will need to know both. Okay. Now these ones are the yellow ones. I want to go into this, part this, bring this down. I want to see what's in here for you, because it feels like very much you're creating something where after you've made this climb and you're inside this, as if there was a secret kept there. And the High Priestess and the Magician have prepared you to get there. What's going on with this? What's the wisdom? The first gift of wisdom that is to be unwrapped. Okay. The first gift of wisdom to be unwrapped is asking you to sit in the center of it all. So let me move this out of the way just for a minute. Just for a minute. So we can see what's going on through here. Sit in the center of it all. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Four of Cups, and they're reading like a mirrored reflection, an inverted reflection. It's like you're looking through something that is a looking glass that's upside down. You're refusing to see something until you've sat with it for a while, and you need to sit with it. You're in a very good position to sit. This is the woman that has luxury and has all her needs basically met. This is sitting pretty. But this is sitting and refusing to see the gift offered. The gift is coming through the stillness, which may not come easily to you at all. But there is stillness, and holding the boundaries without fighting is something you are learning. Holding the boundaries, sitting pretty, sitting approachable, holding the boundaries, and sitting in your own power is what's coming through here. This is the first gift, the first lesson. Then here, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. This is legacy, breakthrough. This is a refusal of something that comes from sitting still. So when you do finally pivot and get that cup, there's breakthrough, generational legacy, how you leave your mark, all of that right here. And there is a wealth in this. Now, wealth is sometimes considered just finance. I consider it not just finance, but also the resources that you have. And then the 10 of Cups coming in so beautifully. There is this happy ever after energy +1. The atmosphere of peace that comes in through here is strong, strong. Now what's in the heart? The lesson of not enough, the lesson of being turned away, the lesson of being out in the cold, in conflict with this. The 7 of Cups, which wound do you want to heal? The 7 of Coins. This is the next lesson. This is a little bit further down the track, so don't worry too much on this. But this is something, the legacy, the breakthrough has to do with this. So if you have lessons of black sheep energy, if you have lessons of being out in the cold, not enough self-worth, self-value, or just like, how in the heck are you landed in the family that you're in or in the situation that you're in? You're like, what am I doing here? This doesn't make any sense. It's because you're meant to break through. It's meant to be that you break through this. You're going to have to choose which wounds you want to handle first, and then you heal those. Then you get more choices coming up. Fruits of labor. When you heal a certain wound, you get a certain gift. This is what I'm getting. When you cleanse the wound, water, emotion, cleanse the wound, then you get the certain gift, the fruit of that emotional labor to come forward. Anything else? Yeah, there is one more. The lesson of the Page of Pentacles that so often comes up, and I call it the Batman card. It's when you know that you're the main character, when you feel this sense of, okay, I'm not just how somebody else defined me. I'm not just sidekick. I am the student. I've got my own talent. I've got my own gift, and I'm ready to offer it. That's what's coming up for you. That feels very, very complete. This is what they want you to know. Take the sugarcoating and the Disney off of the old folklore. So if you go back to the fairy tales of the Grimm's brothers, why did they preserve it and all of this? If you go back to legends and myths and you take that and unwrap it, there is more depth there than you realize. You will know which ones pertain to you. You will know which ones pertain to you. You will know the history and the story and what's going on, and you will redefine the archetypes that you will inhabit. Wow. You will redefine the archetypes that you will inhabit. That is huge. This is what you're getting. You're reading all the stories in this citadel. You're reading all these lessons in your own Akashic library of a sort. And you're starting to sort out what is actually the archetype that you used to play as and what is the archetype that you want to inhabit now. The role has shifted. That's what I've got. That's complete. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Holy smokes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me get some water and then we'll do the next one. And that's for Lauren. So just 1 second. Lauren, for the year ahead. Yeah, so much to think about, Tess, and don't break your brain on it. No, don't break your brain on it. Try and let whatever clues come through your sleep be there, but not disrupted. Take care of yourself before you rest and just kind of let it move around, bounce around a bit and not be focused on. Your energy needs to be about being human. Yeah, let it steep. Exactly. Let it steep. All right. Lauren, you're ahead. We're going to mystical realms for you. Woo! We're going to need more than 2 cards. I have 3 of these decks, and this is the big one. And then we'll go to the little ones all around, and then we'll go through for clarifiers. Okay. Lauren, for the year ahead. Do I want these? You know what? I want to get these ones. Hang on. Same decks, same cards, different edges, right? So I think we'll use the pink ones to start the center, and then we'll do the bigger cards all around. Okay. Then we'll clarify with the others. For Lauren, you're ahead. What do we got? Wow, an energy that's zinging, zinging, bouncing through this very busy energy. What the heck? What the heck? All right, all right, all right. Okay. Ah. Wow. Okay, all right. Now, we are seeing some of this interesting energy, the world, a completion, a leaving of a certain situation, and the hermit coming through. So this is what's going on. You are going towards your own peace with this. You're leaving the rough waters, going to the smooth, getting out of harm's way, getting out of the path of chaos, getting out of the path of drama, all right? Going to something much more peaceful, much more within, much more internal, much more illuminating, because you've graduated something. You've gone through something, and there's advancement coming this year for you. The challenge is to let go of this and ditch some of those swords along the way. I mean, some of these swords that are in the boat, you probably ought to just throw to the ocean anyway. Offer them up to the mermaids below, because you don't need to carry the swords to know the truth. You don't need to carry the pain as baggage to know the truth if you want to go towards your peace. You want to go towards your peace. Okay, let's see what's going on all the way around this. Okay, we're going to start in July. Give me a second. Wow. Yeah, this bing. This is big. It feels like you're still being buffeted by some waves of drama, and you are learning this lesson. But it feels like some of these waves are just... is that the right word? You're being thrown around a little bit. It's still not smooth yet, but you're heading towards it. It's what you're really out to do. It's where you've charted your course. It's not like you're just at the shore and getting into this boat before you leave the rough waters. You're on the rough waters now. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, wow, April, May, June. Hang on. April, May, June. April, May, June. Clarifiers coming around. Wow. January, February, March, April, May, June. feels like there's one more in here. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what's going on. The clarifiers came through a little bit differently than what I expected to come through, but what we're starting at is July. The sword of truth is coming through big, big, big here. This is knowledge. This is like when you're encountering these rough waters in the year, just chuck the swords. Hold the one sword that you need because that really is all you need. The other beliefs, the other bits of information, this is sometimes to do with legals, but it's knowledge and it's information. You don't have to carry it all. You just have to focus on the one core truth, and you'll know it totally through your being. It will align with you. It is something that is what you're learning with the Hermit card here. And you're going to learn it more and more clear, and it will clarify as you go forward. Now, the Hermit is a very Virgo kind of card. It's very, very September energy. It's like you've already got that right now because September, you're going to be busy doing other things. This is huge for you. What's coming in is you're ready to be in the back to school, in the learning, in the knowledge, gaining the knowledge, picking up the sword in order to move forward. In July, you're already there. August, Page of Pentacles. This could be the card of the day, man. This is the one that knows the gift. It's going forward, back to school type of energy. When the student has the lesson learned, then they go out into the world. This is kind of energy. Back to school season, student's already ready. Student is ready to offer, ready to move forward. This is huge for you. Student ready to move forward on something is big, big, big. Now next, September, death. One of the favorite cards. This is death and transformation. This is when the butterfly gets out of the cocoon finally. It's not caterpillar or even gooey caterpillar anymore. It's got wings that have to be spread and you have to take flight. This is what's happening in September. Now, I didn't put an automatic clarifier on there, but I want something that will clarify. So we're going back to the pink deck and we're going to look. Whoa. Ha ha ha. Okay. What we're getting is something that's going to be a little bit of overwhelming. We've got the devil that's trying to tell you that you got to stay stuck, you can't emerge, you can't emerge, you can't emerge. The burden that says you can't emerge, you can't emerge, you can't emerge. August, you already knew you could. July, you knew the truth of it. You know it's going to be difficult and it's going to be a little bit of a climb, but you have to do it. And the death card is just saying, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. This is an obstacle that you get to overcome whether you like it or not. And somebody else's burden has to be set down. They're going to try and trick you into thinking that it's your job to carry their shit. And it's just not. It's just not. It's your job to carry your own shit. It's your job to learn your own lessons. When you carry somebody else's lessons, you give yourself not just extra burden, but you give yourself a delay in learning your own lesson. And it deprives them the opportunity of learning whatever consequence is that is meant to teach them. So don't get trapped up in that. October. Four of Pentacles. This is the card where it's the miser and greed. And what's coming in with this one is a little bit of bitterness. Now, I don't usually have bitterness on this card. Sometimes it's like open your heart and be a little bit more vulnerable. Don't be so protected about your heart. There's a little bit of bitterness. There's a little bit of cause. The Magician is here. When you have greed and the Magician, there's something about a manipulation that has gone on and that needs to shift. And I don't know how to say it plainer than that. You need to shift the energy of what you're doing. You need to drop whatever this is that you've been doing to help someone else or to assist or to carry somebody else's burden. And you don't need to hold everything for you to do, for you to fix. You don't need to micromanage on this. You need to cover what is yours. Hold your own. Hold your own. You can hold just your own, and that is exactly what you need to do in October. That is the magic. You have all the skills, you have the ability, you have the wherewithal to do this, to manifest differently without either somebody manipulating you or you having to feel like you're manipulating a situation. You just keep it more simple and move through it a little bit differently, okay? That's in October. November, Six of Cups. Now, this is interesting. This is sometimes a card of sugar-coated, thinking, rose-colored glasses. Sometimes it's a card of friendship, but it's also can be a card of reunited. I want to explore this for a minute. What's this card of reunited? These cards are so screwy right now. Hang on. What's this cards of reunited right here? I'm getting third grade, fourth grade. Usually this is 10. This is what's going on. This is going back, for inner child work, going back for the lesson, reuniting. Who you were at age 10 would be blown away by who you are now. Reunited, and there's clarity, 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 and planning going forward. There's logic, and logic in the choices. Now we've got logic in the Lover's card, and I'm going to cover this one a little bit so we don't get a problem. But logic in the Lover's card. This is evaluating what you've made in the choices of love, and did you make them from a youthful heart? This is a little bit different and interesting, but it feels like inner child work that we would do, and you'd go back and get your inner child. It feels like if you had, like if I had 10-year-old Ange here, 10-year-old Ange would be all about Charlie's Angels and Wonder Woman and loving it. And I'd be like, okay, is 10-year-old Ange mad that, you know, 55-year-old Ange isn't somehow a super detective and going around chasing down bad guys? No. Do I do detective type of things in a different way? Yeah, I'm always getting nosy in these cards, always doing something. But it's a little bit of a different twist on what you thought. Because when you were a child, you could only think of it that way. You need to go back and rescue. If I were to go back and grab little Ange, and I'd be like, okay, Angie, let's go. Do you see what you got here? You got all these clues to hunt with. How much fun is this? And I'd be going crazy in it. And that's what I'm doing. You're doing your own version of this. And this is the work that you will decide and get clear about in November. And this is the choice of the heart, and it's to do with purpose. Now, the Lovers, sometimes people think it's just about romance, and it's not. It's the choice of the heart. It's the choice, not just the choice between who will accompany you on your journey, but soul contracts and your heart's desire, your deep, deep, true desire that you need to go towards. Okay, that's November. Going to December. December came out with a wallop. So the first card on December is the Queen of Pentacles. Knowing exactly what you have, knowing your worth, knowing what's of value. This one turns the tumbleweed to the Christmas tree. It feels like, as I say that, Christmas might feel a little bit lean, particularly where we've had the Miser card. As far as financial advice, I would say guard your pennies, save your money, be prepared. Things might be a little bit challenging for you as you go through fall and into winter. But she knows exactly what she's had, and she's exactly what she's got and what she needs to do. So if she needs to make stone soup, if she needs to make mac and cheese and then like fancy it up or put, you know, frou-frou cheese on it or whatever, she knows what to do with what she's got. And because of that, her resources stack and stack and stack. It's not just about the money. It's also about the metaphor of your value and your sense of self-worth stacking and stacking and stacking because you know the beauty of who you are. You've gone back and pulled that child forward. We've got the Nine of Pentacles sitting pretty here. The Ace of Wands, the new endeavor, the new choice, the new career, action, family, work that is going to be going forward. Work going forward with what? Oh, yeah, this one. What did we just see that one? We saw it. Boom. In November. There's something about honoring the desire of this one in November that pays big dividends here in December. I'm not just talking, and I want to be very clear. It's not that it can't be the rewards. It feels like the money will be lean in December, but the dividends are coming, the work is coming, and the resource is coming. The energetic thing is coming. And it feels like it's coming big, but it feels like this is the hurdle that you have to get through. All right, let's drop into January. Dropping into January here. The Four of Cups. What are you refusing to see between January and February? Now, these clarifiers that came out, I'm going to pull this a little bit down so you can see. These came between, and this is where they felt like landing. So you've got the Four of Cups and the Moon. Something that you're refusing to see. It might be a challenge of this fall or this winter that you didn't really love particularly, and you're kind of pouting and gone within for a little while, needing to navel gaze a while, needing to meditate before taking on the new gift. And there is a stillness that needs to happen here. You need to sit with it. You need to be disgruntled for a minute. Now, I don't usually tell people on that card, go ahead, pout some more, see how far that's going to get you. But go ahead, pout some more, see how far it's going to get you. Because sometimes you have to maybe not grieve a thing, but recognize a thing, sit with it for a minute, and then move forward. And then the Moon is here in February. Now, this is sometimes confusion, sometimes batshit craziness, sometimes deception and secrecy, and sometimes it's plumbing the depths and going deeper, 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 deeper. And that feels exactly like what you're doing in January, and you're going to continue doing in February. And in the in-between, those 2 months are kind of colliding. In the in-between, you have the Five of Wands and the Nine of Cups. What other people are telling you is going to make you happy and all these outside influences and competition and comparison and games of that nature of, but I thought I'd be this far here, or I need to look like this, or I need to be doing this, or, you know, competing with the Joneses or the mean girls snipe and gripe, and this measuring up energy that doesn't quite suit. It's biting you in the butt a little bit between January and February. And then you get this, the Nine of Cups. It's like you finally stand up and get out of this, and you're like, I know exactly what I have. I know exactly what I offer. I know what it's about. I remember this lesson of the Queen of Coins. I remember how far I've come. I know what I'm doing. I'm going forward. I'm going to honor the intuition and move forward. And you take the lesson that is the batshit lunacy that has happened and the difficulty that has happened. And in January and February, you start transmuting that. There's no clearer way to say that. You start transmuting it. You're moving beyond what doesn't serve into something that honors the grace that is within you. Okay, that's January, February. We're going into March now. So, okay, we're over here in March. So if you can see March coming through, Queen of Swords. This is the cut the shit woman. By March, it's like she's not suffering any fools. She knows exactly what she needs, and she is very logical. She is very practical. She knows what she needs to do in order to have the butterfly fly. The death that you had over here, the death and transmutation, transformation that comes through here. Transformation through here, transmuting through here. And this is the butterfly queen. This is the queen of air. She knows it's time to fly. She's not going to be surrounded by snipe and gripe, stupid caterpillars all around her. People that play comparison games, done, done, done. There will be people that fall by the wayside. Don't mourn the loss of something that wasn't ever there in the first place. Do not mourn the loss of it. You are walking away from something. This is the clarifier on that. You're walking away from something that didn't serve, that you had enough of. You had 8 cups full. And it's like, okay, it still didn't quite serve the heart. So you're moving forward into something new, something more beautiful. This Queen of Swords, she gets a bum rap because she knows the truth of a thing. She might not say it delicately and diplomatically and poetically. She might be blunt. She might be a little bit abrupt, but she's right, damn it. She's right. And so when you need to walk away, you need to walk away. What is this the miniature of? Oh, yeah, this guy. Where did this come up? In the beginning of the read and right in July. Why? Because of the Sword of Truth being there in the beginning of July. It's something that echoes through, and now you know it and understand it deeper. Okay, that's March. April. April is gorgeous. I'm loving April for you. April is the World card coming through. Now, you have this as the signifier card. I'm trying to hold them both carefully. Let me see if I can do it. This one, I tried to put a Sharpie dress on. The other one, I didn't. I think I've got the right one covered. The World. This is what's going on. This is, you have arrived. You're moving through, moving through, moving through. This is a graduation, and it's beyond the portal of just a doorway. It's a portal of knowledge that you have completed, you've opened up, and now you understand. It's not like opening a can of worms anymore. It's opening a can of wahoo. This is something you are clear on. You know how you learned in the past that you have to put these burdens down? You're learning discernment about, you didn't even have to carry it in the first place, nor do you get value from carrying it in the first place. It's why there is a shutting off of things. Then the Three of Cups, being where you're celebrated. This is the lesson of this. People are toasting, lifting a glass. They're emotionally happy and excited to see you. This is soul tribe. This is family. This is sisters from other misters, brothers from other mothers. This is your soul tribe rejoicing and so excited. So excited about the progress of who you've become, who you are, and they meet you there with this kind of energy. They are so excited and so proud. It's very much, they say, you've come a long way, baby, and they are thrilled about it. And there's celebration going on in this energy. I don't even know how to say it big enough. It feels like you've gone beyond where all of these swords were in the ship and baggage and weighing you down, and you've chucked the 5 that you didn't need, and you've held the 1 that you did need, and you've held to that truth, and you're moving through it in a beautiful, beautiful way. This is celebration. That's April. May, you get this clarifier of tomorrow is another day. Some of what you had to let go, some of the pain, the betrayal, the backstabbery is feeling profound in the stillness. Like, this is not the most fun card to get, but if you look, the thing that is overlooked is the dawn of the new day in the background. So whatever the heartache has been, the difficulty of what has built up to this point, you know you've set it down, and you know you need to walk towards the new dawn again. And then the star is right here. It's like in the stillness, you can recognize your own growth. You can see what you've survived. And the star, this is pouring into you now. It's not getting from the water and pouring to help someone else and getting from the water and pouring to do something that somebody else says you need to do. No, this is you following your true north, as true as it gets, following your hope, your dream, your ambition, feeding your soul, following the desire of your heart in the way that honors the goddess within you. There will be connections at this time. There will be connections at this time to guides that come through. This is coming through really strongly. Pay attention. I'm going to show you this again. Now, I did Sharpie up these cards because of, you know, this is a tool and I don't want the channel to be a problem. But pay attention to this. Under the tree, under the star, and the pouring of waters. This is something that's huge, huge, huge. This is you feeding your own soul, nourishing the earth you walk on, getting deeply rooted so that you can tap into things. This is huge for you. Next up. And it looks like Carrie is in here. Carrie, Phil and I are coming to the Pacific Northwest. So I'm going to send you an email. Okay. Next. Oh, this is a fabulous one. Okay. This is May. This is the Four of Wands. When synchronicity lines up, it's called the 1111 card. Sometimes people see this as a soulmate card, but what's going on here is things are lining up. It's weddings, graduations, births, celebrations, and walking through the threshold, the portals, and the doorways. And this is a new one opening. A new chapter has begun. Why? Because you know what the dream is that you have. You know what you want. This is a new chapter beginning. And then what I'm getting here in June is the Hierophant. Now this is the keys being opened. This is the wisdom of established traditions, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with Pope, although it's the Pope card. It's the external established knowledge, not the knowledge that you go within for, but the external established knowledge and wisdom. It might come through, be it myths, be it in the mystical realm, be it whatever. You're getting the keys to the knowledge. Let's see what else is coming through on this. And sometimes this means promotion, like a job promotion, things like that. The institutions that maybe you would have felt like, not so much to offer there, are now having something that is opening in a different and new way. Okay. You're going to have to forego some judgments that you've made that caused you anxiety and stress about this before. It's like no matter what the religion is in the world, they'll think that they are all the true one, or they've got the actual thing. And there will be some anxiety that you have to overcome in letting go of some of those truths that don't really resonate, some of those truths that are not false. But the established wisdom still has knowledge and truth for you to glean. It's just not going to look the way that it was presented. It's going to look differently. Two of Wands. There's a partnering going forward. And this feels like something else that's going on business-wise. And I don't know why. The celebration comes in here. It's like the new idea, the new celebration coming in big, big, big. And then partnering and planning and seeing something stretching on the horizon. There's something that opens up for you in June. And then strength, following the inner nudge. And you'll know what this is. Following the gentle nudge of spirit as you go forward. This is what's coming through. It's like finally you're out of these rough waters. Finally this hermit is making sense. Because you've graduated. Now how do you adapt for what's gone on in your world? How do you make the 3D, whether it's your home life, your work life, whatever it is, line up to where your spiritual life wants to take you? That a new quest is thrown down at that point. And it feels like the new quest begins a little bit before that. So in April and in May and then in June. Very, very apparent new quest. That's what I've got. That's complete for you. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading, honey. But that's what I've got. So yeah, that's a big, big, busy, fantastic year. Holy moly. Holy moly. And don't be too hard on yourself. It's going to be challenging, but gorgeous. So don't be hard on yourself as you go through some of this. If you're learning some lessons, it's like, ah, shit, I really actually should have known that sooner. You know what? You know it when you know it. So that's what I got for you. The list is clear? Okay. Well, if the list is clear, I might take a break. It feels like I've been on for a while, but well, that was incredible. It made so much sense. Thank you so much. You are so, so welcome. So welcome. What I will do is upload this to my YouTube channel, and you guys can look at it later. I'll upload it after I'm done. But I think probably I'm going to call the show done for now. And then I'll be on Wednesday at 11. I think that time is still a good time slot to work with. So I will look for you guys then, and I will see you then. And hopefully I will have gotten some time with my cards to just goof around with the new cards and see what's going on and have some new stuff to show you. So that's what I've got. I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and thank you for being here. Love you too, Alicia. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, I'll see you later, guys.